Blackhawks?
Well, at the end of the day, it's just winning. Learning how to grind games out. The interesting part about last week was we went into that week, the third-ranked team in the state in scoring, almost 80 a game. And then we scored a lot of points against Prairie Heights. And then it changed. And we went from, I used the analogy the other day, we went from a football team that throws it to a football team that runs it all over the place. And we won by scoring in the 40s 2 games in a row. We talked to the guys about we have to do whatever we have to do to win. So the beauty of last week is now we know how to win playing fast, and we know how to win playing slow, and I think we're prepared now for this challenge on Saturday.
Yeah, X's and O's wise, what are some of the things that you've seen on tape or in person about Blackhawk Christian that you guys are trying to impart to these guys this week to get you ready?
Well, number one, you have to match their intensity and their fast starts. If you watch film on them, they carry themselves with a lot of confidence, and rightfully so. I mean, the number one team in the state, won a state championship, they win. So we have to carry ourselves like that as well. Number two, we got to make sure that we match the intensity right away, not allow them to get off the fast starts. And obviously, they go through Caleb, and once again, rightfully so. But they've got so many guys on the perimeter that can shoot the ball that we can't give up a ton of threes, because now all of a sudden they're going to beat you inside and outside, and then it's going to be a long day.
Do you look at the matchups and say, you know what, we match up actually pretty well with these guys, because you've got Landen and Caleb down on the post, and then with Jackson, Luke, and even Drew notwithstanding being a freshman, a couple of veteran guys that can shoot threes. They've got Davidson, they've got Burke, a couple of veteran guys that can shoot threes.
Yeah,
similar matchups?
I do. It's funny you say that, because we just met right after school, and I said I really do like the matchup. Yes, I understand they're the number one team in the state, and they're really, really good. But like you said, we have size on size, we have guards on guards, we have experience on experience. They've won a lot of games this year. We've won a lot of games this year. The beauty of us is we did go out and play 4 SAC schools, 3 on the road this year. And I know we lost one close one at Northside, but otherwise we would have been 4-0 in the SAC. So we have battled really good teams. So I feel like we do match up pretty well. I like the matchup.
Final question. Just talk to me about this senior class. Obviously, they got their season cut short at this point last year. How hungry have you seen this team become to get to this point, and how much are they kind of chomping at the bit to get an opportunity that was unfortunately taken away from them in this capacity last year?
Well, it's been a really, really emotional year for the players and for me, because I felt awful for them last year. I felt awful for our senior class last year that didn't get that opportunity, and I really wanted them to get that opportunity this year. And then knowing that we were going into sectionals and a loaded sectional, I knew we were going to have to play very well. Otherwise, it was going to be cut short before they had a chance to accomplish what they really wanted to accomplish. So I'm very proud that they were able to do it again. To win 2 in a row is very, very impressive. The seniors are going to go out as the winningest class here in the history of Churubusco. So that's very, I'm proud of that moment. And now they get to enjoy this week and go down to regionals that we didn't get a chance to do last year.
Well, one thing we did really well last week is when we got the lead, we kept it. Against Eastside, we started down, which we put ourselves in a hole against Blackhawk like that. We could be in real big trouble. But we got ourselves down, and we got that lead. And once we got that lead, they never got it back. And the same thing with Central Noble. Once we got that lead in the second half, they never really got it back. So if we can get that lead in regionals, I feel like we can take that into regionals and keep that lead going.
What is the coaching staff really stressing? What have you guys maybe seen on tape about Blackhawk Christian that you guys are going to have to do well to maybe limit them and to be successful on Saturday?
Well, obviously when you have Caleb first in the middle, he's a threat. He's going to Purdue for a reason, and they're a really good team. They got shooters all around, and obviously we're just going to have to lock up on defense. We're going to have to find a way to stop Caleb in the middle and stop their threes and hopefully get out in transition a little bit.
Do you like the matchup that you guys have? Because on paper you guys are sort of similar, because you got Landon and Caleb in the post. You and Luke are veteran guards that can handle the ball and can shoot the ball. They've got like Zane and Davidson out there. Really on paper you guys look very similar.
Oh, I love the matchup. Some people might think I'm saying something stupid since they're number one team in the state, but I love the matchup. I feel like Landon matches up real well in the middle. We got the guards to match up, and both teams like to run a lot. So I feel like it's going to be a heck of a game.
Speaking about running a lot, you guys won games at sectional, both running and then kind of a grinded out game as well. Does that give you a lot of confidence knowing that no matter what the pace of the game is, you guys have learned to win a variety of different ways?
Oh, it helps a ton. I feel like the one knock on us early in the year was if we couldn't get going in the offense, well, then we're not going to win. But we really proved in sectionals to ourselves and to other people that we can win if it's in the 90s and we can win if it's in the 40s, and just find a way to win.
Final question for me. 365 days ago, I remember being out here and I'm wondering, it just kept, less fans and certain things, and then finally it came down to the tournament being canceled. And this was a game, obviously, you guys were looking forward to. Now, a year later, to have this opportunity again, what does it mean to you, especially as a senior, to get this opportunity when you know, gosh, in years past it has been taken away from you?
Well, it means everything. I mean, that feeling last year when we were ready to get on the bus and they told us we weren't going to play, that hurt, and we came into this season saying we have unfinished business. We want to get exactly to where we were last year, and now we're here. Now we got to go take care of business.
Tempo and knowing when it's time to win. CP's been talking about knowing when to speed the game up, knowing when to slow it down, and last week before we played CN, we were a team averaging like 82 some points like that, and then we go out and we win and only score 45 points, and the next night score 49. So it's all about winning plays, and that's what it's going to come down to Saturday is winning plays.
When you take a look at Blackhawk Christian, what has Coach talked about? What are you guys focusing on in practice to get ready for what they present and trying to limit them and do what you guys do well on Saturday?
Not really to worry about rankings, to really just worry about us. We feel like we can really match up with Blackhawk. We honestly feel like it'll be one of our better matchups of the year. I know CP's excited. Our seniors are going to be excited. It's really just about getting these freshmen on the same page as us and getting their energy on the same page.
Yeah, really, you mentioned this, the matchups. You look at it, they've got a big, dominant big guy in Caleb. You've got you. They've got veteran outside shooters in Davidson and Zane Burke, and you've got Jackson and Luke, even Drew, even as a freshman, can shoot basketball. You feel like you match up a lot better than maybe people are giving you credit for?
Yeah, it's definitely the Blackhawk. Give them all the credit they deserve. They're a great team. They've proven it. They've won state. But yeah, we do feel like we can match up great with them. We have the size, we have the experience, we have the strength. We feel like it'll be a really good matchup for us.
If there's one X factor or one thing that's going to play into the final on Saturday afternoon, what do you think it's going to be? If there's one thing that this game hinges on.
Basically, what it ended on last week is game-winning plays. We're not a team known to hold the clock out and dribble it out, but we had to last week to get the job done, and it's really just what it comes down to is game-winning plays.
Final question from me. How much are you guys looking forward to this? Because 365 days ago, we were at the same spot with the same matchup, heading into the same regional. And unfortunately, it got taken away from you at the last minute. Especially as a senior, how much are you looking forward to this? Because it's kind of been a year in the making, if you will, for this matchup on Saturday.
I've kind of been keeping quiet on the outside, but on the inside, I've been ready since last year. It's really what I've been preparing for since November. It's what all of us prepare for. We know that if we can get the job done, then there's an even greater chance of getting down to Banker's Life. And why not want to end on that in their senior year, So I know us four seniors and these freshmen are going to help out. We're going to give it our all Saturday.